Welcome to the Next Step Recovery podcast. We call this More Than Recovery because addiction is so much more than just getting clean from our addictions, our strongholds. It's really finding our purpose in life, and that's what we're here for each and every day. I like to say that we have three purposes here at the Next Step Recovery podcast. The first purpose is to encourage people, to encourage those who are struggling in their addiction, or just in life. It doesn't have to be an addiction, it could be anything. So we want to encourage you. Number two, we want to educate you. We want to help you help other people. We want to help you help others. And then finally, we want to expand our reach. We want to expand our impact. We want to expand our partners. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to a great show. Well, welcome to the More Than Recovery podcast. Man, I've got a little bit different, a couple of episodes ago we had Carrie, and we don't get females a whole lot, but that was a great interview. And then today I got Charles, whatever we were calling him today, Justin Bieber, all of that. So, too far. But what a story this guy is. I'm going to tell you, been at Next Step, Charlie, how long?
6 months.
So you came in February?
February 23rd.
February 23rd. 1 week
will be 6 months.
Okay, so you're right on the 6 month. How old are you?
17.
17 years old, right? So 17 years old, came to us in February. And I'll be honest with you, when you came to us in February, boy, you kind of describe what were things like for you when you got there?
I had nothing. I was in a shed before I got here. It burned down, and I was just lost. And a former resident that was here at Next Step before kind of led me into the rehabilitation home. And at first I was denying it, and I didn't want to go because I feel sketched out about it. And I was getting, I wanted somewhere else to go, just creating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just finally chose to came. Everything just fell apart, and I just
came in.
It was my last option.
Yeah. And I'll never forget when you got there, you didn't talk at all. Now I can't shut you up. You wouldn't eat. I don't think you ate for, the first week you were there. Yeah, you wouldn't eat anything, and you were skinny, and you were like a beat puppy. That's what I would describe him. He was like a beat pup, right? He just came in and was shy and quiet and wouldn't talk and wouldn't eat, and kind of, even when we were out, you were kind of avoiding things, and then we found out later why you were avoiding things, because the law was looking for you because you were on the run from defects, right? And so, and they finally caught up to you. And when they caught up to you, they just said, "Hey, you can stay here. We just got to go back before the judge and make that official." And so officially, DFACS let him stay with us. And so, and then he just started to kind of. I remember when I went to court with you that day, and I thought to myself, that was in April, I think. Yeah. I thought to myself, man, these people really love you, Charlie. They really, the people in the court system and DFACS, and they just cared so much for you and wanted to see you succeed. And so I thought, man, he's got a lot of people on his side. And still do have a lot of people on your side. And so you got there in February. You finally settled in. Right. And just like we were talking about Connor earlier, Connor's gained like 60 pounds, I think. How much weight have you put on since because you're eating now, I can tell you that.
When I first got to Next Step, I weighed 140 pounds, and now I'm inching to 190.
190, yeah. So, yeah, you're beefing up a little bit. Yeah, playing a little basketball, working out, eating good, trying to keep up. And now you enrolled and you're working on your GED, right?
Yes.
And you're really that close to taking your test.
So close. I was supposed to take it a few days ago, but I needed a parent or legal guardian to sign off on the first test.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go up there Monday at 8 o'clock and sign up on 2 tests.
Okay. Good.
And that's going to be out the way.
So you get that done. Get your GED. get that behind you and get that diploma, if you will, right? And I think, and that's part of the requirement he has at Next Step through DFACS is you have to get that done, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then you'll at some point, I would imagine you'll start work. You'll get a job.
I hope so.
Yeah. You'll be 18 when?
In 2 months.
In October, you'll be 18. So, yeah. And so, anyway, so you start a job and start saving some money and really moving along. So what's the biggest thing since you've been at Next Step, right? You've come, I mean, obviously a lot of changes, right? Yeah. What's your biggest takeaway? This is a thing that sticks out to me the most, right? That has just impacted you the most.
I'd say that just the family, like all the brothers that I have. It's like when I grew up, I was thrown into foster homes and group homes over and over again, and it just feels so good to like have like 30 other guys like
that's good,
mentor me and like lead me in the direct path, like the correct path, and it just feels good to like have people behind my back.
Yeah. And how many group homes or foster homes have you been in?
I lost count at 15.
Wow. 15 different foster homes or group homes that you've bounced around since you were how old?
Since I was 10 or 11 years old.
And you're 17. So that's over the last 7. That's a lot in a 6 to 7 year period. That's a lot of instability, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so now you're in a house full of guys.
Major transition.
House full of men, right? Who are older. Obviously, you're the youngest guy there. Our oldest guy is probably, how old is Terry?
63.
63.
Just
right.
turned 63 yesterday.
Yeah, just turned. That's right. Yesterday was his birthday. Yeah. That's right. And so he just turned 63. You're 17. And then you got a whole group of guys in between there, right? They're, 20s, 30s, 40s, right? And then you got me hanging around there, Chris Carmichael hanging around to kind of keep you. Ron hanging around. Ron's, I think, my age, 50, 50s, so pushing 60, right? So you got all this, you got this great, you just got this great variety of ages in there and men with various backgrounds, but all with one goal: to change, to get better, to walk with the Lord, right? It's dynamic. It's not perfect by any means. Crazy stuff can happen there. You put 30 guys living together, some crazy stuff's going to happen.
There's going to be some built-up testosterone.
There's going to be some built-up testosterone, right? Somebody might get mad. Somebody might want to fight. Somebody might want to, but we work through it, right? We work through those things. And so that's why you've had to beef up a little bit, to protect yourself. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's not in danger at all. So, but it's been neat to watch you. It's, again, just one of those things, like I said with Connor, it's been neat to watch Connor come along and in the last 4 months and just really see a change in his life, and then to watch your story develop and just really become where you are today. So what's your, I may have just asked you this, what's your biggest takeaway, but give me something else. Give me one more thing that if you could say, hey, this was, man, boom, just, you said that family coming in, right? What else? Give me something, one more thing.
I'd say the biggest takeaway that I've got from being in this home was getting closer to God.
Okay.
Before I got there, I was like, I knew the bad stuff that I was doing and I was avoiding him. I didn't want nothing to do with it. Every time I seen a church, I had to go. Every time I saw a verse on TikTok or something, I scrolled
Get rid of it.
Yeah, because I knew.
Now you got to face them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just real great to have him in my life.
Yeah, that's good. And the best thing I've seen so far out of Charlie is that 2 weeks ago, he played basketball with us in his cowboy boots. It was the greatest. It was, and I think he scored more points than anybody that night. He should play in your cowboy boots more often. Don't forget your tennis shoes on a Sunday night, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget your tennis shoes. So no, I'm just kidding. I appreciate you still playing with us that night. So, man. Again, Charlie, thank you so much for taking just a little bit of time to share with us. And I know getting on this camera is not always comfortable, but you've come a long ways and got a great smile, right? Got a lot going on. Got a great future. If you just be consistent, keep pressing forward, don't quit, don't stop, man. You know, if you come too far to go back to anything, be patient, right? Be patient. And man, thank you so much out there for joining us and just hearing a little bit of Charlie's story. If you want to hear more of Charlie's story, you can contact us through www.nextstepmen.org. And we'd love to hear from you, Charlie. We'd love to hear from you. If you're a church and you would ever want us to come to your church and share some of these stories, we'd love to do that. You know, we don't do that a lot, but we certainly would love to do that and just to meet some of these guys and just face to face and just really let them touch your life the way they touch mine. Have a great day.